So, hold on. Where are we at? All right, can you guys see my screen?
Yep.
All right, so what's going on? Talk to me, guys. So I see Mr. Muhammad, Mr. Jeff, Mr. Edmore is here. Mr. Edmore, we had a backlog of your laptop is pretty much done, but there's one piece that they're working with. One of the batteries we discovered when we were doing the can you guys hear me? When we were doing the stress test, one of the batteries is not working fine. But your laptop is complete, so we have to order a new battery for you, so we can get that squared away. So,
Yep.
So your laptop is ready, but I don't want you coming twice, or what I would have it to deliver it twice. So by Monday, everything is definitely going to be good to go.
All right, so it'll be here by Monday, or you're gonna
Monday.
mail it by Monday?
No, well, you have it by Monday.
Okay, that's fine.
You have it by Monday.
That's fine.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
No problem.
All right, guys. What you got? Where are we at? Mr. Muhammad, talk to me.
Yes, let me go first. Okay, Jason.
Tell me.
I create the database.
Yes.
Test one.
Yeah.
For some reason, I know you, Jeff, and the other person trying to guide me. For some reason, I need hands-on. I need to see it again. I watched the video today, but so here's the problem. I create a database, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't start up. I forgot every command. Though I wrote it down, but I can't have it in order.
No, you're not forgetting anything. The issue is this, and trust me, this is all part of the learning process. You're doing fine, right? Hold on, you're doing fine. Listen, okay. Tonight, when I do host cat etc. You see right here, right? You have just one database. You see what I'm saying, right? And this is the name of my database. If I do select name from the database, this is the name of my database, right? So it matches. Right? It matches. Okay, so if I do host cat dash
profile,
this matches. Right?
Yeah.
So all three is in sync. This is in sync. This is in sync. This is in sync. It makes sense, right?
Right.
If I do host ls Oracle home /ds. Right? You see that, right? That makes sense, right? As an SD file. That makes sense, right? Your issue is you delete this guy, right? The issue is you go to DBCA and then you delete your main database, right? And then you create another database called test one, for instance. This was going to change automatically for you, your etc Aura tab. This is going to change as well, but this is not going to change. So what am I saying? What I'm saying is this is why I always say, leave the main database alone. You can leave it or you don't have to leave it. All I'm saying is, if you recreate another database and if you delete ORCL, you delete it off your system, but then you create another database, right? All you got to do, let's say you're on your OS, clear. All you got to do is simple, right? When you cat your etc Aura tab, right? You're gonna see what databases you have on your system. So, okay, let me make this clear for you guys. Let us assume that this is your first day on the job. This is your first day on the job, right? Okay. So you've logged into a server. It's a database server, right? the first thing that you have to do is what? You have to cap your etc aura tab. Start there. Stop there. Always do this first. Cap your etc aura tab first. Because this is a brand new system to you. You don't know this is your first day on the job. You don't know nothing, right? Then you want to look down, right? All these things with little hashtags, these are just comments. These are just things that you can read. They're not executable. These are just things for you to read. You see what I'm saying? These are just, you just read them. Just read them. It's just stuff for you to read. They're comments. That's literally what they are, comments, right? Now, watch this. Now, when you create a database, right, and you go through create a database, you're going to have this entry. The database name is going to be right here, ORCL, or whatever one you choose to call it. Then the Oracle home that database came out of is going to be right here. You see what I'm saying? So
Okay.
I could download the 11, just like you guys have 11.201 on your system, right? I could download 11.201 on this system right here. Then I could create a database called test from that 11.201. So what am I going to have here? I'm going to have an entry that's going to be something like this: test.
Yeah, I see that.
Test, and then /app/oracle /11.2-0
Right, I have that.
DB home, exactly. One, then N. That's what it's going to look like. So if I had two different Oracle installations on my server, this is what it's going to look like. Just forget that this exists right here. Forget this part exists. I'm just showing you an example, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if on my system I installed two Oracle software versions, 12C and 11G. Then in both of these Oracle homes, I created two different databases. On the 12C, I have ORCL. On 11G, I have test, right? So what that means is, okay, if I want to connect to this guy, as a matter of fact, let's just do this. Let's say they were both 12, the same version, no problem. Let's forget that there are two different versions. Both 12C, release 2. Both of them 12C, release 2. No issue, no problem. Okay. What I'm saying is, if you want to connect to this guy or this guy, the easiest way to do that would just simply be to do what? Just do this. Watch this. Just export. Look, you have this database here, ORCL. You want to connect, okay, look. Everybody look, everybody look. You're trying to do this, SQL plus /AWS DBA. That's what you're trying to do. I get it. That's what you're trying to do. And then you're trying to see connected to, and then you do your startup, and then your database is open, everybody's happy. That's what you're trying to do, right? However, if I have two databases here, ORCL and test, which one am I going to connect to? Which one is Oracle going to connect me to? The answer to that question is whatever is in your bash profile.
Okay.
That's the one that you're going to connect to. Whichever one is in your bash profile is the one that you're going to be connected to. And let me show you that. Give me 1 second, guys. So let me come here. So look, let me exit out of here. And let me cap my .bash _ profile. Very important file, very important, very, very important. See, I cannot do ORCL, test. No, it's not going to work. It's got to be one or the other. Does everybody understand that?
Okay. Yes.
It's got to be one or the other. It can be ORCL, test 1, test 2, no, it's just one. Now, what does that one mean? It means what has the lead DBA assigned as the default database that all users connect to. There's got to be one. So when users in the company, they just do SQL plus, their username and password, and then they connect, by default, they are going to be connecting to this guy. They're going to be connecting to this guy, right? Now, if they want to connect to a different database, right? Guess what? And everybody needs to understand this. Listen, and this is one part that I need to explain very well. Listen to me, guys. Listen. This is the database server. We're just mimicking it, right? What do I mean by that? Meaning the database is on this server. The actual database is on this server. And we're logging into the server. Everybody understand that?
Yeah.
The 11G server.
No, forget 11G, forget that. What I'm saying is we are mimicking that you are actually on the database server.
Okay.
We're mimicking, like this laptop you have is like you're on the actual database server. Like there's a physical
Like
server.
work environment. Okay.
Yeah, there's a physical server, right? And then on the server, we have now installed the Oracle database on the server. And now we're connected to the server.
Okay.
There's nothing between us. We're actually on the server. Now listen to this very well. You guys have got to get this part right. Listen to this. The users in your environment will never have access to the database server the way you do.
Okay, quick question. Let me ask you this. So you're talking about people like the developers? And
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Those are the users I'm talking about, right?
All
Not
right.
the outside world. I'm talking about people in your company, right?
Okay.
Like mostly the developers and the tech
Right.
and the techie guys, right?
Okay.
Now, they will never have access to the database servers. No. What they will do is what? They're going to have an Oracle client.
Client.
They're going to have the client. And all the clients is just a very soft, it's just a very soft installation where it just gives them access to the database server. Not that they're actually on the database server, but it gives them access to it.
Now, quick question. Let me ask you. This is when they do at the database, right?
No. That's just the way that. No, we're not there yet. I'll get there later.
Okay.
Not there yet. But what I'm saying is the users will have the clients. The client just gives them. It's very small. It's not the entire database server at all. No, it just gives. It just think of it as a bridge. That's all. Just a bridge to get the information that they want. That's all.
Okay.
That's all it is. Just a
A
little
room.
bridge.
Okay.
Now, on the users, on the user's client machine, they're not going to have all this bash profile. No, they're not. They're not. This is why users have to specifically connect through what? The net service name.
ORCL.
Yes, they have to specify what database they want to go to. So if there's username and password is HR, and then the database is ORCL, they press enter, good, they're going to connect to it, they have access. If it's test they want to connect to, they do username and password at test, because that's what they want to go to. Does everybody understand that part so far?
Got you.
A little bit, yeah.
Now watch this. Because you are the DBA and you're on the database server, don't get lazy, right? Don't get lazy and don't think that this is how it's going to be for everybody. No. For everybody else that is not you, they will have to put their username and their password at whatever database that they want to connect to that is on this server. So what am I saying? If there's ORCL here, right? Okay, and they have access to it, cool. They press enter, they'll be connected. If there's test here in the ETC Aura tab, when they do SQL plus username and password at what? Test, press enter. If they have the credentials to get in, cool, they'll get it. If they now do something like Oracle DBA, it's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. It's just gonna say it's gonna give you. It's just gonna come with an error. Does everybody understand that part so far?
I do.
Okay. Now coming back to you as a DBA, right? You just do SQL plus / assist DBA, right? Now, that / assist DBA is very important. This slash, as it assumes that you are telling the system to go into your bash profile, right? And go into your DBS directory. your Oracle Home / DBS, where I showed you up here. What did I show you? Oh, I think it was up here. Your DBS directory. Okay, let me open your what's called CD Oracle Home / DBS. Okay, watch this. That error you were getting today, Mr. Mohammed, what it's basically saying is it can't find a P file. What does that mean? What it's really saying is, bro, I can't find the SP file. That's what it's really saying. It's saying, or let me make it simple for you. It's saying, bro, this database does not exist.
Okay.
But you might be saying that it does exist because I created it. Well, what it's saying is, brother, you did SQL plus / SysDBA, right? Yes, the SP, so in your system, it says SP file test.ora, right?
It does, yes, yes.
Right, it says that, right? But you're still getting that error. It's only, all it's saying is, bro, in your bash profile, I am still seeing ORCL. I am not seeing test. So change it, bounce your system, and everything is in sync. Let me give you a clue. Listen, very, very simple. Guys, if you get this part, you have no issue. When you create a database, listen to me very well. When you create a database, let's say you create a database called ORCL. Let's say this is your first time on the system. Just in the back of your mind, just start doing checkboxes so that everything makes sense. I cut my etc or a tab. So the first thing, I cut my etc, or that's the first thing you do every time. Because you want to know, okay, how many databases do they have on this system? And what Oracle Home is, what did this database come from? You just want to know just general information. Okay, fine. So the first thing you do is you cat your etc or tab. Cool, okay. I look down here, oh, okay. I have this database here, I have this database here, for instance. So I have ORCL and I have test. Cool, and they both came out from the same home. Got it. So I have two databases. Cool, all right, no issues there. Okay, so we now know that. Now you go into, I click here, now you go into your what? You cut your what? You cut your what? Your bash profile. That's the second thing you do. You cut your bash profile. Okay, the reason why you cut your bash profile, you want to see, okay, out of those two databases, which one is the default database that automatically users connect to? Like automatically you, the DBA, when you do SQL plus / SysDBA, you're going to be connected to by default. Which one is it?
So your bash profile only tells you the database, only one database that everybody's working on.
Correct. That's all it's going to do. It's going to tell you your database name and the Oracle Home it came out of, just like your etc or tab. You see Oracle Home and Oracle SID, right? But the most important thing is the Oracle SID. So you see the database name ORCL. So that's checkbox number 2. So it's making sense. So I have two databases, ORCL and test. All right. And then my Oracle SID. Okay. So ORCL is a default database. Then the last thing that you check is you check your DBS, Oracle Home / DBS directory. Oh, okay, so I see an SP file there. You see what I'm saying? So everything makes sense. In the etc tab, I see ORCL. In the bash profile, I see what? Right here. In the bash profile, I see ORCL. In the DBS directory, I see ORCL. Right? SP file ORCL. Everything makes sense. I got no issue. Now, if you're having that issue, Jeff, make sure you and Mohammed, make sure you guys remember that error because it's a very common error. When you have that error, you got to go through the three checkpoints. First of all, check your etc or tab. Stop there. So it's saying that okay, I can't find init test.ora. That's what your error said. You couldn't find init test. Matter of fact, let me make sure or was it init DBO1 or whatever it was, right?
Jason, let me interrupt for a minute if you don't mind. What if he do VI, VI into your bash profile and then change?
No. You can do that, Jeff.
Okay.
You can VI and change this to test,
right.
But you don't want to. Just leave one by itself. The point I'm trying to make is, listen, once one is there, so even if you have 1 million other databases, will you be now changing every time you want to go to a different database? Will you now be changing it to what? Test one.
No, I'm
test
talking
two.
about him. What he's doing now? That he just
Yeah, all you have to do is once you have your default, there's a reason why this one is the default database, because the business owner said, okay, we want this to be the default database, right? So all you do is just export to the other database. Export Oracle Home equals what? Test. Done. That's it. So now watch this. When I do SQL plus slash, watch this, SQL plus slash as, okay, let me source the bash profile. Bash profile. Okay. Oh,
but
sorry.
you don't have a database for test.
Okay. Bash, okay, I sourced it. So now when I do SQL plus, remember guys, I've exported the test. So when I do SQL plus slash as SysDB, watch this. Hold on, let me show. Select name from the database. I'm still OSL, but hold on. Yeah, I can find it. Let's do this. Let's actually change it. vi.bash_pro. Okay, so now let me do this and let me change this to test. Okay. Watch this. You see, connect to look at now. When I do start up, watch this now. See, isn't this the error you were getting?
Yeah.
This is the error you got. I could not open parameter file. You see that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what you are saying, look, you see, it's not is okay. Now let's work. Okay. So you got this error. Now let's work back. When you get this error, this should automatically, you should be thinking, do I actually have this database called test on my system? Automatically, that's what you should be thinking. So what I always do is I always immediately go to my what? I always automatically go to my what? Oracle Home /DBS directory. Then I look for what? SP file test. I don't see that. Then I know what the issue is. You see that?
Okay. But I do have the SP file test.
I know you do have it, right? But your issue is, you see, so okay, so that's what I would do first. See, you're right, Mr. Mohammed, you're right. You do have it, right? Okay, so that's check one. Okay, that passed. Oh, it actually exists. Okay, cool. The next place I would go is I'll cut my etc Aura tab here. Oh, if you see test here, okay, that's check two.
Mm-hmm.
So you're good. You're 2 out of 3, right?
Yeah.
Then the last place that you do is okay. Now let's do this. Let's cut my what? My bash profile. This guy, you did not have test here. No way.
Let me see.
You don't have test here.
I know.
You had ORCL there. That's why you're having an issue, sir. And watch this. But for me, it's gonna fail because you see, look, when I started doing my stuff, right? You guys know that this doesn't exist.
Yeah. My SID Oracle _SID says stage.
Exactly. You have to you gotta change it to test, and then you have to source it, and then or reboot your system. But it's easier to just source it. Meaning just change it on the fly. You understand what I'm saying?
I do. How do you change that again? From state to test one?
Yeah, very simple. You just do where are we at?
VI.
Yeah, VI your bash profile. So now I'm going to change it, press I for insert. Then I'm just going to come here and I'm going to change this back to the real one, ORCL. I just saved it. Escape Shift WQ. Enter. That's it.
Test one.
Yes, but then once you're done with that, then you source it. Profile. Very simple. You understand what I'm saying? So now when I do SQL plus /SysDBA, You see that? Select name from V dollar database. You see, you're in what? You're in ORCL. Beautiful. You see that? Does it make sense now, Mr. Mohammed?
It does.
Now, watch
I
this.
just
Another
Yeah,
thing
so
that you guys
stupid.
can do, another thing that you guys can do is this, right? If you want to know, okay, what databases are running on your system, there's a command that I haven't shown you guys. Just grep for pmon, ps.ef, grep, write this down, grep pmon. You see this? Aura pmon, that's what you're looking for, Aura pmon, and then your database name. Oh,
What
this
about-
one that's actually running.
What about Aura environment? ORAENV.
Yeah, you can do that too. You can do that. Oh, what's dot or is it Aura ENV? You see that? It shows you your default one. It shows your default one. You guys see that?
Yeah.
Do you guys see that? Right? So you see? So if you want to know which one is running, or you can just do what? Echo $ Oracle _SID. This shows you what's in your bash profile. But if you want to know what databases are running, just grep for pmon, PSEF grep pmon. They actually asked me this on an interview 3 weeks ago. They actually asked me that. How do I know which database is running? Just grep for pmon. You guys see that? Just grep for pmon. That's different
Jason,
from how do you know how many databases you have on your system? That's a different question. But if they ask you, how do you know which one is running? Okay, you grep for pmon. You see that?
see.
Very good.
Let's see if it works.
So to know how many databases you have to cat it, right?
You saw what?
I said to know how many databases on the system you have to cat it.
Yes, you have to cat your etc or tab. Yes, you have to cat your etc or a tab. Cat your etc and look down. Cat your etc and look down. It's always that, and it's an order. So the earliest database you created will come first. The second one, the latest one will come after and after and after. So the very last database that was created will be the very last one here. So if there's 10 of them here, it's the very last one that's the last one that was created. You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure.
LS space minus L / etc or tab. You see
Boy,
that?
I got a long way
See
to go.
this? You see July 13th. July 13th. You see that? It tells you when you create a database. You understand that, right? So I just want to show you guys that.
Oh.
Very good. What else you guys got?
I'm doing a recap, right?
Okay.
So I'm starting back again from week 1. You know,
Very good.
refresh my mind again and everything.
Very good. Very good.
So-
That's good.
So how do you know the table that you're working on? Like, let's say you come to work and then boom. Besides knowing, like, describe HR.employee, how do you figure out like HR.employee that you're working
What do you mean?
on?
What do you mean?
All right, let's say you come to work.
Mhm.
How do you know the table that you're going to be working on?
The table that you're going to be working on.
Right.
No,
Like,
it's
how
not.
do you?
No, it's not like that, Mr. Jeff. It's not like that. No, just log in. It's not like they're going to say, okay, you have to work on this table. Mr. Jeff, listen. All this working on table that you're talking about, that's not what you do. Guys, listen to me. Project 1 through 4 is not something you do.
Oh.
That's what the developers do. I'm not showing you guys how to do it.
Okay.
No, it's not you that does all this create table and all that. No. You got to know how to do it because there are times where you might have to do it. Like create
So-
indexes and so on and so forth. Yeah, you might have to do stuff like that.
So the DBA basically is
Okay.
just there. Like you should know how to access those,
Yes,
If
that's
the
it.
need. Yeah.
That's it. You are just there to manage. Yeah, like a user needs to be created. a backup needs to be done, like stuff like that, like, but you have to know what they're doing. Not everything that they're doing, like developing and writing code and all that. You don't necessarily have to know how to do that, but you do need to know how to do the database administration work, and that's project 5 and up.
Okay.
Project 5 and up is what the developers will have no idea about. Project 1 through 4 is what the developers, that's what they do, that you should also know. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So all this creating tables and so on and so forth, that's really not your business. They create all the database objects. That's what they do, not you. But they don't know anything about Project 5 and up. They don't know anything. That's what they hire you for. You understand what I'm saying?
So when it comes to our man, right?
Yes.
When you're doing the backup or the recovery,
Yes.
that specific the note that you had there on the VI, that you have there, those are the script, general script to run an Ironman, right?
Which script are you talking about?
Okay, there's a script that you have. I think you gave us two to print out and everything. There's a script that you have, like a note. When
Yes.
you're running, when you were teaching the Ironman how it works.
Yes.
There's a note. There's a note that you always go to, like you created on a VI on the VI file. File.
Oh, are you talking about the one that I do copy and paste?
Copy and paste, exactly. That actual note is that's the exact
Yes, you can use those exact. You can use, guys, listen.
those are the same exact script.
Let me tell you another thing. Listen, all this backup stuff that you guys are learning, I've never backed up a database one day in my life. All these things are scheduled. When you get there, trust me, backup has been going on. Is it every day at midnight you'll be doing backup database, semicolon enter, and go back to sleep? You drive 10 miles just to go into the office just to type backup database and then go back to sleep? No, these things are scheduled through it. Listen, there is a job out there called cron. Right? Cron tab space -E. You see? This is where it enables you to put in the day, the month, the hour, the year of when you want to run a particular script. So you guys just Google cron, right? It could be, I don't know, let's say every 7 days. So every 7 days, every 7th minute. I'm just giving you an example. Blah, 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 and every 7th second. And then execute, let's say the rman settings.sql, something like that, right? So it's going to be programmed in here so that at this particular time, if you want to back up the database every day at midnight, there are certain numbers that you just put in here, right? This is the day of the month, the hour, the minutes, the second. What script do you want to look at? Now, inside that script is when you put in all your commands. You put in all the commands you wanted to run. Now, you got to make sure that those commands actually work perfectly so that you never have to worry about it again. You understand what I'm saying? So this backup, all these commands that you see, right? I'm just showing you how to do it manually. But cron jobs have already been set up where it just picks it up. Look, this cron tab, every millisecond of the day, it is looking for a script to run every millisecond. So you can put a bunch of different scripts in here to pick up on at a certain time of the day, and it'll run it for you. Does everybody understand? But I have to teach you how to do it manually. I have to teach you how to do it manually so that in case you have to do it manually, you know what to do. Does everybody understand? Does everybody understand what I just said?
So
I don't.
You're saying that
Because I'm doing something else. Sorry.
you're saying that you're gonna have to put that on your own manually.
No, No, what I'm saying is when you get to the job, all this is already going to be done for you. Because the database was running before you. It's not something that you have to do. You understand what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is if there's ever a case where you just need to back up, let's say just a table space, you just need to back up, make a copy of a table, right? You understand what I'm saying? Like these are things that you have to know how to do. So I have to teach you that. It's not all the time that you have to that you be dependent on the script. No, it's not all the time you have to do that. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay. Jason, can I ask you again?
Tell me.
I'm still having the same problem. Okay, I checked 3 spots.
When you check your ETC Aura tab, what databases do you have there?
I have 2 of them. I have
Which
the
one?
test and the Oracle.
You have test and ORCL. Okay. When you check the DBS, which one did you have?
I have 1.
Which one?
The DBS, Oracle DBS. I have the SP file test 1. I have the SP file Oracle.
Okay, so
And
you have 2 of them as well, right?
Yeah, 2 of them as well.
Okay, so the ETC Aura tab, okay, now in your bash profile, which one do you have there?
I have test 1.
You have the test one.
Yeah, which
Okay.
I
Now, what error are you seeing?
The same error that I've been seeing.
What does it say? You can't find parameter file. What's the name of parameter file is looking for?
Yeah.
Which one?
The one that you just said.
No, which one? What's the name of it? Init what? Can't find.
Init stage.
Bro, okay, in your bash profile, did you change it?
I did.
You changed it to what?
Test 1.
You changed it to test.
Yeah, VI.
All you have to do now is do what? Source your .bash _ profile. That's it. Make sure you're in your tilde. That's all you do. That's all you need. Do it now.
That's what I did. Let me do it again. I did.
Now do single plus / SSDBA.
Okay. It says cannot because they already start running.
No, that's fine. Then now just do select. That's not an error. That is not an error. Just do select name from the $database. Do that. It should say test.
The $database. Wow, you're right.
Amazing.
I'm gonna do it one more time until I can do it with my eyes closed.
No problem. You keep doing it. Keep doing it. Once you change the bash profile, you gotta source it. But I'll tell you this, right? You see how you troubleshoot your thing? You first go to your ETC Aura tab, you go to your DBS directory. Okay, everything works out. The last space, go to your bash profile. If everything checks out, then you're good to go. You have no issue.
Okay. So if I close all the tab and I'll do the SQL plus as SysDBA,
yes,
it keeps saying the same error. Does it mean I have to?
The reason why is this. Remember I said when you source your bash profile, you're just changing it on the fly in that tab. This tab right here. In the tab, this tab. But if you close this tab and you open up another tab, right? You're going to have that same error.
Why is that?
Until you source your bash profile again. But if you want it to be a permanent change,
right?
What you have to do is you have to shut down your server and bring it back up. Restart your server, your whole server.
Okay, shut immediate or restart?
No. That's your database. The server. You have to go to terminal? Was it this? I guess this guy right here. I don't know. Terminal.
Reset and clear.
Yeah. No. Well, however, I don't know how you guys shut down.
You can do reboot.
Hit the button. I don't care. It needs space 0, whatever, right? Or just press and hold the button and bring it back up. Meaning you have to restart your server, bro.
Can you do reboot?
Yeah, you can do reboot as the root user.
Yeah, just do reboot and then start back.
You can do the reboot as a root user. Or you can do
What did you say?
sudo, you can do sudo reboot.
You guys are way ahead of me.
You can do sudo reboot.
What's the password for sudo? Sudo?
No, the password is Oracle. The password for sudo is what's it? The acronym for it. Super user do.
SU, yeah.
Super
Dash.
user do. And the super user is root.
Let me just I'll get that later and I'll write it down. Let me just restart this computer.
Yeah, just restart it. Or you can just do sudo reboot, just put in the root's password. It's a reboot. No issues.
What did you say about the init? I remember that it was on a week one. Init space 0, that you have to be on the root?
Yes, you have to be on the root. But what I'm saying is,
okay.
if you don't want to do su space minus, blah, 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 just do sudo reboot. So ask for the password, just put the password, you're good. No issues.
So,
Or you can even do sudo, you can even do sudo init space 0, no issue.
init
Different ways to kill
okay.
it. Bro, just hit the button. Just hit the
No,
button.
I did. So
But
now
that's-
we're creating 4 database, right? For question number 1. Every time I create database and I delete the previous one,
Correct.
now that I learned,
Correct.
I have to check on the 3 spots, right? Make sure my DBS, it actually says the database I just created. Look at the batch profile and the etc/or tab.
Yes.
All those 3 has to line up. If it doesn't line up, I'll
It has
VI.
to, it has to line up one at a time. Don't create 4 databases on your server.
Yeah, one at a time.
Yeah, one at a time. Leave the what's called. You can leave. Well, you can delete the first one. It doesn't matter. Just make sure you create it as Oracle. You understand what I'm saying?
I'll leave the or as well.
Yeah, just
leave that one.
But for every new database that you create, when you want to create the 3rd one, delete the 2nd one.
Can you imagine if I have that problem my first day on the job?
Hey.
I thought about it last time before I go to sleep.
Yeah, this is something that you want to make sure that you know how to do now. Like anywhere I go to, when I sit down my first day on the job, this is what I just do my checklist. Okay, this is what they're doing. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Okay, good.
Is it normal though for me? I forgot half of it until I text Jeff, and then it refresh my memory.
Is it normal for what?
Now I remember. To be forgetting steps, to be forgetting your steps.
No, it's not normal. Let me tell you why. Because if you've done your projects just like you're doing now, just like what you're doing now, if you've done it, you're not going to ask these kind of questions. No way. It's not possible.
Well, I couldn't sleep last night.
This is why you do your projects, guys. This is why you do it.
This is the second time it happens to me.
Yes, this is the time. I mean, think about it. Do you want to make mistakes now when nobody's looking at you, or you want to make mistakes on the job? When everybody's looking at you?
Now.
Exactly.
Right now is much better.
Yes, there's no pressure. Are you kidding me? There's no pressure. No pressure whatsoever. So you want to make your mistakes now. That's what they're... Guys, listen to me. Listen to me, guys. They are paying you for the mistakes that you are solving for yourself now. This is what they're paying you for. For these little mistakes that you're learning how to fix, that's what they're paying you. So that when you get on the job, oh, we're hiring you because you know how to do that. So don't get frustrated when you get errors. No, don't. Are you kidding me? Do you know how many sleepless nights I had? So I often chuckle when you guys send these little things on WhatsApp. I always laugh at you guys. Oh, yeah, I've been there. Let them suffer a little bit more. Okay, then when I feel like you suffered a little bit, okay, all right, let me just help them out. Right? Because, guys, suffering is part of it. All these things, oh, I don't know how to do this. Guys, it's like riding a bike. You don't learn it in just one day. No. No.
You're going to fall first, huh?
Exactly. But trust me, once you know how to ride this bike, I tell you, you never forget. You know, look at me. I haven't carried an Oracle book in probably 8 years. All I do now is I just YouTube. I want to learn something, I just YouTube it. Okay, that's how they did. Okay, cool. I just practice. But if it's stuff that I've learned already, I don't even need to read the book. every once in a while, man, I have to Google stuff. Oh, Google is your friend. You just Google, oh, how do you do that again? Oh, okay, I remember that. Because you've done it for so long and you can't even remember. You just need a refresh, right? But you guys are not doing a refresh. You're doing the learning. You're actually learning how to do this stuff, right? So don't, you guys are doing what you're supposed to do. You're doing the right thing. It just sometimes it takes a while. This is Oracle, it takes a while. But one thing, I'll give you guys an example. Like Postgres, the Postgres database is another database. Postgres is another database. Dude, it took me a week to learn Postgres, all because I have the foundation of Oracle. Now I teach Postgres, no issues. Postgres is actually fun. It's actually way more fun than Oracle. Oracle is a beast. Oracle by itself is a beast.
Tell me about it. Okay, I'm in. Everything is good.
Yes. See, but Postgres is so, like, if Oracle is a 10, Postgres is like a 3 or 4. It's nothing. Just little different data. For instance, on Postgres, okay, let me show you guys something. Let me show you guys something. Can you hold on? Can you guys see my screen here?
Yeah, workspace 1.
What does it say?
Workspace 1 through 4.
Okay, so okay, hold on. So let me stop the share. Now let me share another. Let me share again. You guys can see this, right?
Right.
Guys, this is
Yeah.
Postgres. This is Postgres. BG underscore CTL status. This is Postgres, guys. You see, my server is running, so PSQL -u/Postgres.
Looks like SQL.
Postgres space let's press enter. Oracle. Guys, we're in Postgres. This is Postgres. For instance, if I want to know how many databases I have, I do let's see, DT. Sorry, I did two DT. You see, I have one. This is one. Sorry, how many tables I have? /L. It's just a little bit different. This shows me how many databases I have. It's just a bit different, right? But SQL is still SQL. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, I see that.
It's still SQL. So if I do select.
That's like HR, that department,
Yeah,
country,
select
origin.
from employees. You see, I have 0. It's just the same thing, but it's just a bit different. Like if I want to describe, a table /D employees, right? You see, it gives me a description of the tables. If I need it to be in verbose /D employees, I put the plus sign. Gives me one more. Oh, sorry. /D. And is it employee? Oh, employees. You see, it gives me even more information, but there's nothing. You see what I'm saying? If I want to know all my indexes, sorry, I don't know. It says DN. Oh, it just gives me all my schemas. It just, dude, it's just different. It's just a little bit different, but so much easier. So much easier. Postgres is
Does it run on Linux?
You saw what?
Does it run on Linux?
Yeah, this is on Windows, but it runs on Linux as well. And the commands are the same, virtually the same. So whatever administrator you want to call it, whether it's Oracle administrator, whether it's ROC administrator, whether it's Golden Gate administrator, whether it's Postgres administrator, whether I am that. You guys understand what I'm saying? And the reason why I encourage you guys, okay, that if you guys are interested in Postgres, you should take it because it opens up the door. So now when you guys are applying for jobs, okay, there's some jobs that they need Postgres. There's some jobs that need Oracle. There's some jobs that need both. Oh, you can do both? Let's put them on top of the list. So I'm giving you guys game, right? But then there's some jobs that say, okay, we want Oracle, but he needs to be a rack administrator as well. There's some jobs that say, okay, he needs to know Oracle, but he also needs to know Golden Gate. He needs to know that as well. You see what I'm saying? So just knowing that, I mean, think about it. I'm like, I have actually 5 SQL Server as well. Although I haven't really worked on SQL Server that much because I don't really like it. But yeah, if you put me in front of SQL Server, I won't be totally lost. You know what I'm saying? But so that pretty much all, the only one I have not really played was MySQL, but that's an Oracle product. So it can't be that much. It can't be that much different. So I'm 6 out of 7 administrators, right? Oracle, RAC, Golden Gate, Postgres, SQL Server, yeah. So I'm that. So what I'm saying is, you guys also need to first finish with Oracle, because Oracle will give you the baseline of what you need to know, right? And then later on, my suggestion would be, if you want to, do Postgres, because it's not going to be hard at all for you to pick up at all. It's not going to be hard.
What's the AWS and Oracle?
Very good. AWS is nothing more than, so see, at the job itself, you have the database server that's on the, let's say, on the 3rd floor, while everybody's on the 1st floor working. So everybody's working remotely and connecting to the server room upstairs or in a different building somewhere. But the company actually purchased these servers, right? But with AWS, the way they come in is real simple. They simply say, hey, dude, instead of you purchasing all these expensive servers, why don't we buy it and you just rent it from us? That's all. So when you now pay you pay per hour, per minute, you can do it per minute, per hour, per month. You can choose whatever, however way you want to do it. So what they do is, all these little things that you have to download. So let's say you go to AWS, for instance, and you want to install, so you have to provision a server. Okay, which server do you want? They have all the different classes of servers: low grade, high grade, fast, speed, blah, blah, whatever. Just click on it. So now you have your server. Then you now say, on that server, I need it to have this operating system. Okay, fine. You want Red Hat, you want Ubuntu, you want AIF, you want Windows, whatever. Okay, click on it, no problem. Now you've clicked on Linux Red Hat. Okay, so now you need the Oracle database. Okay, no problem. You go to RDS, you select which one you want to select. Okay, I want Oracle. Which version of Oracle? You want 11G, you want 12C, you want 19, whatever you want. Click on it, no problem. It'll do everything for you. You see what I'm saying? Now, once you have the database software and database created on that RDS, on the server that you're renting, now it's like you're back in class. You just do your select star, blah, 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 blah. The only thing is you're renting from them. That's it. That's all it is. That's it. AWS is nothing more. AWS is nothing more than virtual machines on steroids. That's it, bro. It's just virtual machines on steroids. That's it. The most important part about AWS is the security aspect, the networking aspect, where you got your VPCs, you have your EC2s, you have this, you have that, all these things you have to configure. You know what I'm saying? So you have your security groups, there's a different way that you have to connect through and so on and so forth. You have your roles, it's just little things that you just have. At the end of the day, guys, it's just click, 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 click.
Okay.
That's it.
So let me go back to my problem. Every time you create a database, you check on those 3 spots, make sure it's there, and if it's not there, at the end of it, you VI your best profile.
Yes.
And then change the name.
Yes.
Save it.
And then
source it. bounce it, start over. So 4 times you have to do that because
You got to make sure that you source it. Anytime you make a change in your batch profile, you got to make sure that you either source it, and if you go to another tab and you're getting that error, that means you just went to a different tab. So to just make your life easy, just reboot your server. And then anytime, whatever tab that you're in, no issue. When you do SQL+/AssistDBA, you'll be connected, no issues.
okay. Let me go back. Starting on project 5 then. Boy.
All right,
It's
while
150
Mr. Mohammed is
questions.
doing that, Mr. Jeff, do you have any other issues?
Thank you, Jason. Thank you so much, Jeff.
No
Thank you,
problem,
guys.
sir.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
No, not right now. I'm fine for now. I'm just recapping.
See you
so
guys.
No
Thank you.
problem.
it happens. I will.
Mr. Mohammed, you're good, right?
Yes, I'm good. I will text you. I hope I don't run this. I watched your video twice today.
Nope.
The first
Guys,
video.
watch this. Go back and because I'm sure you guys have seen my YouTube channel, right? This is going to be recorded and put on YouTube, right? So go back and watch the YouTube like around it's 8:30 right now. So by 9, right? Everything is going to be it's going to be there. You understand what I'm saying?
I think for me, if I watch the video like 1 week, I finish, let's say, from video 1, the large video to the small. If I do it just once, it's not enough. I have to recap it again before
Absolutely.
I come to the project.
That's just the way you learn, and that's okay. Me too. I'm like that. I can't just watch something once. I can't watch something once. No. Sometimes I have to watch something once or twice. But after like once or twice or 3 times, I got it. I move on.
Yeah.
That's
Like
it.
right now, I got it. If
Yeah,
I got
I
the
just
same
move
problem,
on.
I know how to do it.
Because
I got
once you watch something and you've done it like a couple of times, it's now in your subconscious. You don't have to think about it again.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's where you want to be. When something is in your subconscious where you can just talk about it, oh, beautiful. But that's part of learning. It's just like driving, right? Like when you first started driving, you're asking the driver all these dumbass questions, right? What if this? What if that? What if this? What if that? It's not until you start actually driving, right? Now everything it is what it is. You know
All right, let me go back at it. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Professor.
No problem, guys. No problem.
See you guys.
All right, bro.
Thank you, Jeff.
Guys, Mr. Edmore, do you have any issues?
No, man, I'm good.
Okay, no problem. All right, guys. So next week we'll meet here again. Keep doing your homework assignments. Oh my God, you see, this is valuable stuff. This is valuable stuff that some DBAs they don't even know that are working on the job. They don't know what I just taught you. They don't know. They don't know. I'm telling you, they just don't know. Period. So I'm telling you guys, do the work. Do the work while nobody's watching. So that when you get on the job, it's not. Let me give you an example. And this is the last thing I will wrap up for tonight. When I was working at Raytheon, a very big company, multi-billion-dollar company, I was the only one in the DC environment. My other team were in Colorado, right? So they hired me. They didn't think I knew what I was doing, blah, blah, blah. You know, they always test. DBAs always test other people. So the team were on the other phone. So they just randomly called me one day and they put me on speaker, right? They said, hey, Jason, I need to log into this database. I need you to check this, check that, check this, check that, check this. They were all on the other side, right? And they were watching to see how quickly I was giving them the answers, right? They were watching to see how quickly am I going to get the answers from this guy. For instance, I'll give you an example. Oh, Jason, hey, I need to see how many databases we have on the system. Okay, how many do I have? Then I'll say, oh, can you do me a favor? Go to the FP file location and tell me, is this how many do we have there as well? Okay. How many databases do we have running on the system? Blah blah. Okay, tell me real quick. That's how they were talking to me. When I answered the questions sufficiently, they left me alone. They said, okay. This was like the second day on the job. They just wanted to know that, okay, this guy's he's okay. They were just asking me basic questions. You understand what I'm saying? But if I had not done my projects, right? I'm not saying that this is how it always is, but this is how they did to me, right? But if I had not done my projects, right? If I had not done it, I would have messed up there. They said, oh no, we got to watch this guy. This guy, oh no, we got to watch him. So do you guys see the value of these projects that I give you? I don't give you these projects just for you guys to do it. I give you this project so this thing can be in your subconscious. So that when they ask you to do stuff, no, I mean, it just comes naturally. You guys get it now?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic. All right, guys, that's my spill for this week. Right?
I came in late.
Oh, we're about to shut up. We're about to shut down. That's
Prof.
it. We're about to shut down.
Okay.
Well, you have to watch the video.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
but-
watch the video. I just have one question, if you don't mind.
All right.
So that's project 8, doing the patch, doing the, so let me just check the critical patch. So when I go
The
into
critical part is not for you to, it's not going to work for you, right? It's just for you to go through the steps.
oh, okay.
It's just for you to go through the patch. It's just for you to just go through it.
Okay, okay,
Where you go to O patch and apply and no, just go through the steps.
okay.
Yeah, just go
Okay.
through the steps.
Okay, then that's good, because I couldn't get the file. I wasn't able to get the file, so I was like, maybe I was doing something wrong.
No, you should be able to go to your Oracle Home/O patch. Your Oracle Home/O patch should be there, no issues. I'm not saying that you shouldn't see this.
Mhm.
Give me 1 second, guys. Let me stop share screen. I am not saying that you shouldn't see. Oh. When you go to you should be able to go to, okay, my tongue is frozen for a reason. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying is you should be able to go to your Oracle Home O patch.
Okay, I will try that.
You
Yeah.
should be able to go to your Oracle. Okay, hold on for a second. So if you exit out of here, CD $Oracle Home /O capital O patch. You see LS. You see O patch here.
Yes.
Where's O patch? O patch here. You see that?
Mhm.
Dot /O patch space -H. You see that?
Mhm.
So this is help.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't able to reach there, so that's good.
Yeah. So this will give you all the different commands. You see that? Look, you see? O patch, you see, apply, you see, and rollback. You see that? Apply, all this. LS inventory, LS patch, you see that? All this stuff. I just want you to be able to do it. Just go through the steps. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just go through the steps, so you'll be fine.
Okay, I will do that. Thank you.
How come OPatch have the same command? Data pump have the same command?
It's just the way it is.
Okay.
Just the way it is. Just the way it is. Just the way it is. That's the way Oracle decided they want to do it. Who am I to argue? My job is just to execute. All right. Anybody else have any other questions?
Oh, fine.
Everybody's good, right? Okay. All right.
Final
So-
question. How long did it take you to get Postgres? How long does it take for people to learn it?
You should be able to learn Postgres in 2 weeks. No issue.
2 weeks?
Really, in 2 weeks?
You should be able to learn Postgres in 2 weeks. The way I'm going to teach you, 2 weeks, you're fine.
How much you charge? Free?
Of course, it's not free. So before the course, okay, for you guys that are interested in it, right? The course is going to be out next month, right? Towards the end of next month. But for those of you who register for, and the cost is going to be the same as what it is now, right? Actually, this course now that you guys are on is actually 3,500. We increased it again. You guys pay 2,900, but we increased it. So the Postgres is going to be the same. You know, it's not about Guys,
2,700.
listen, there are jobs that are just Postgres DBA, period. And they make good money. They make 170, 180. No, there's no issue. No issue at all. In fact, they laugh at Oracle DBA and say, you guys are doing too much. There's no doubt. Postgres has nothing to do with Oracle, nothing. But they are Postgres DBAs, no issue. But if the difficulty for Oracle is 10, the difficulty for Postgres is 3 or 4. Not even a big deal at all. In fact, it was a joke. It's not difficult at all. It's not difficult at all. So for you guys that want to get in before I launch it, it's 1,500. I told you that in the text. I sent you the guys that in the text. But the reason why I'm saying that is because if you have Postgres and Oracle under your belt, oh, you're hot. Now you have something that most DBAs don't have. They don't have Oracle and Postgres experience. They just don't. But I have all the administration. I have 6 out of 7. Sorry. You understand what I'm saying?
Let this one stick first, then.
Exactly. So
Yeah, I think it's I feel this one should, like, we should really have Oracle in our fingertips before.
absolutely.
Yeah. Let this one stick first. Then.
Absolutely. Because the background for you guys is Oracle. Once you have Oracle, Postgres will be much easier.
Okay.
Much easier.
It's on.
Mr. Edmore, please mute your mic, please. Okay, thank you. So when you guys are ready to take Postgres, let me know. But once the course launches, it has launched. Price ain't going down. All right. But for returning students, you get that's like 60 or 70% off. No, 60, no, 60. Yeah, 60% off. No, 55%. Something like that. I don't know. Whatever. All right.
So only 2 weeks.
Huh?
Only 2 weeks to learn it.
No, that's what I'm saying. It should only take you 2 weeks.
So your course, when you do it, what was your estimated, or like just like this one took us like month, like 6-7 months? What is your stretch for your Postgres?
What do you mean 6, 7? What do you mean?
No, what is like this one we're doing, right? It takes like almost 6 months, to get it. At least understand it. What is your stretch for Postgres?
At most 1 month, at most. Postgres is not hard, bro. It's just that. At most, and that's if you have a very busy schedule. Or you don't have that much of a busy schedule, 2 weeks, you got it. That's Postgres. Postgres is a lot easier. So much easier.
Just like, is it possible to get something like a job with Oracle before Postgres?
No, like, see, Miss Monica, I explained all this before, right? You weren't here. What I'm saying is, there are jobs that can hire you for Postgres. There are jobs that can hire you for Oracle, right? The point is, if you have both of them on your resume, you never know which one calls you first.
Oh, yeah.
But if you have both of them, oh, now you're really marketable.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you only know Oracle, then Oracle will call you. If you only know Postgres, then Postgres will call you. If you know both, then both will call you. That's simple. Now you can, if one calls you, you get a job for Oracle. Another job calls you, get a job for Postgres, and everything is work from home. Guess what? You're getting paid 140 here, you're getting paid 140 there. Guess what? You're not making doctor salary.
Mm-hmm.
That's simple. So the whole point is just to increase your marketability. That's it. I mean, think about it. $1,500 to get a $140,000 job. Are you kidding me? But what are we talking about? What are you talking about? It's not even a thing to think about. It's not even if it was 3,500, it's not even a thing to think about. I mean, the return on investment is just ridiculous.
When they say Postgres SQL DBA, that's the same.
See, look, this, like I showed before you came.
Mm-hmm.
Let me share my screen again. This is Postgres. This is Postgres. This is Postgres.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, if I want to see all my databases, like I said, I want to see all my tables that I have. I don't know, just different things. And all my schemas,
So does Postgres have like a version, like 11G, 12G?
Absolutely, 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 absolutely. If I exit and you see this is the home. This is natural, like the Oracle home. This is the Postgres. You see, this is version 14 that I'm on. You see that? So if I do cd program files, cd Postgres, cd 14 dir, you see, cd bin, you see, just like Oracle. You see, these are all your executable files. You see this pure SQL executable file, just like SQL plus / OracleDBA. Very simple, the same. Look, guys, look. Not, you see all this, right? This is like your, look. This is like your Oracle home. Look, watch this. I'm gonna start, now watch, I'm gonna share the screen again. Let me come to here. Okay. Just like when I go to my Oracle home, cd $Oracle home / bin, same thing, pwd, same thing, lf, same thing. It shows you all your executable file. Look, just like you had to do a SQL plus is what we're executing, where we're at SQL plus, you see, just like if technically you're supposed to do SQL plus / OracleDBA, right? / because an executable file. Look, the same thing, no difference. So let me look, watch. So when I come here and I stop this guy, and I come here, okay, and I come back to Postgres. Where's Postgres? I think it's this guy. No difference. Look, for me to log into Postgres, I need to execute this PSSQL. Look, PSQL, then what? / u, then Postgres. Right? Put in the password just like SQL plus / OracleDBA. I'm in Postgres. No difference. No difference. Select star from okay. Employees. No difference. No difference. There's no difference. You guys get it? There's no difference. This is why you pay. This is simple. It's not even hard. Not hard at all. As a matter of fact, let me guys give you the skinny on this Postgres. You see all that commits you have to do with DML, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to do that with Postgres. You don't have to do that with Postgres. As a matter of fact, with Postgres, there's something called auto vacuum that just does all the cleanup for it. It's a beautiful system. Very simple. Very, very, very simple.
So
How
is
do you back
Postgres,
up your database? You have to use PG dump. It's not PG dump all for the cluster. Guys, it's not hard. Believe me, it's not hard. It's not hard. Okay? How do you create a database? Just type, you literally look. Create database ORCL. I think I don't know if there's a database. Or it exists, okay. Create database ORCL1. How hard is that? This is how you create a database in Postgres. Look at it. Instead of you doing DBC and all that, look. I'm creating a database. Now I want to see all my databases on my system, /L. Look at it now. Didn't I just create it? Is that not it?
what?
Oh my goodness.
That's simple. You see that now? I had a database here. This is another database I created. This is another database I created. How hard is that? Okay, I want to drop it. Drop, okay, database, ORCL1.
Oh my goodness.
You see, it's gone. What are we talking about, guys? Come on, come on, come on. Postgres is too stupid. It's silly. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculously easy. Right? This is what I'm saying, guys. It's not something that is hard for you to learn. No. This is not something hard. It's not hard at all. As a matter of fact, look at the scripts I've already started creating for you guys. Where is it? Where's the script? Look at it now. Postgres, look at this. All these Postgres scripts created for you guys. Look at it. You see? You see? You see? You see? You see? You see? Oh, you guys think I'm not adding value to yourselves. Okay, I'm adding value. You see?
I can see it.
Oh, you see, it's suiting you, Mr. Jeff. You love it. You see how easy it was for me to create a database? You see how easy it was for me to create a database? It's so stupid. It's so stupid. You understand what I'm saying? So just little things like this. Like, come on, this is a very easy database for you guys to pick up and add to your resume. Come on. It's ridiculously easy. Ridiculously easy. And you ain't getting nowhere for no $1,500. Forget that. They're going to teach you the right way. When you have issues and stuff like that, somebody will be there to help you. No. They ain't going to get for no $1,500. No way. And it's not going to work. Right? But it's only going to happen for you guys because you guys have already been in the Oracle class. So you guys are returning. But for brand new people, it's $3,500. But it's not a matter about how simple it is. It's the fact that they don't know anything about anything. So I have to teach them everything from scratch. You understand what I'm saying? But you guys do.
Wow.
Right? All right. So do you guys see how, hold on, let me turn on this. All right. So do you guys see how easy this thing is? This thing is very, very simple. But you guys just have to, learn it if you want to. But this thing is too easy though. It's just way too easy. If you want to separate yourself from the market, from the crowd, it's too easy for you not to learn it. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I got. Okay. All right. Do you guys have any issues? So if anybody that's interested in doing it, let me know. Right? Let me know now. And then when the course is actually out. But once the course is out in like 3 weeks, the course is out, bro. The cost, the price it is what it is, right? But if you want to do it before, right, it's out $1,500, dirt cheap, right? But if you guys don't have any other questions, keep pushing, keep doing your homework assignments, and keep posting in the group, right? And I will see you guys next week.
Okay.
Okay, guys, and this video will be on YouTube for you guys to recap. Miss Monica. So if you want to recap everything that you missed today, just go on the you've been on my YouTube channel, right?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, very good. So just go on the YouTube channel and in about 15 minutes or 20 minutes, well, actually give it 25 minutes because the video has to curate and everything. So once that's done, just go watch everything again and you see everything. Cool?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, Madam. Mr. Jeff.
All right.
Okay, keep pushing everybody. And I'll talk to you guys next week or before then on the chat. All right?
All right. Sounds good.
Okay, guys.
Thank you. Good night.
Okay, guys. Good night.
Bye.